Hey guys, good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Looks like we got, how many we got, Frank? Like 40 something?
40. 41, 43.
Cool. Good. We're going to have a very relaxed show tonight.
And dry compared to what is outside.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that holds true or not. Okay, there it is. I got 7 o'clock, so we're going to go over here like that. Hey guys, good evening. Ham Radio 2.0.
What's going on? This is KG5AHJ.
That's how he sounds on the repeater, too.
It doesn't change.
No, it doesn't change. So about 15 or 20 minutes ago, we're here setting up and everything, and we start to hear this rumble outside, and I'm like, is that like some guy with a Harley driving by?
Yeah, it was longer than normal.
The airport's right over there. Sometimes you'll hear planes if, I don't know. Anyway, so I go outside, and there's this monsoon blowing in.
Wind going everywhere.
Like 30 minutes ago, it was about an hour ago, it was clear and hot. It's been clear and hot all day long. It was been in the low 100s pretty much every day this week.
Leaves blowing across the yard.
So I go out there, and I hear this rumbling, and I about 30, 45 minutes ago, it was like, those look like storm clouds blowing in. And I hear this rumbling here a minute ago, and I go out, and there's like wind blowing. My wife's taking down the umbrella on the back porch, and the dog's outside, and I got to get the dog inside, and the sky's all like clouded up and dark, and I'm like, okay, so if the stream just ends tonight without any warning, it's probably because we've lost power because this storm blowing through here. And my freaking neighborhood doesn't get, a lot of the times it'll lose power during thunderstorms. So I don't know, the forecast tonight calls for thunderstorms. I didn't think we were supposed to start near this early.
Yep.
But anyway, we will see. Okay, so Good Game Ham Radio's in the house. Chuck KK6USY is in the house.
We also have one of the Dons.
One of the Dons, one of the few Dons that we have.
W1FYG is in the house.
Cool. Thank you for being here. Good deal. Smoking Ape is in the house. There he is. I figured he was out there lurking somewhere.
I didn't. So, there he is.
Yeah. He just said something. So, thanks for being here, guys. I'm Jason KC5HWB.
I am KG5AHJ.
I just let him do that again because he likes to do it.
I am awesome.
We're going to talk about some. Online ham radio testing. This is going to be a laid back show because I had a couple. I have a couple of live stream topics that I'm working on, but I couldn't get live stream guests for specific topics that I'm working on. I couldn't get anyone scheduled tonight due to everyone else's conflicts, and also I thought it was going to go one way, and it's kind of a long story. But anyway, so we're just going to kind of sit here and talk tonight. We're going to talk about some online testing because I still get a lot of questions about. Let me take a drink here, Frank. What are we drinking tonight?
We are drinking. This is a fresh keg of Hoppenstein's Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest is already out.
It's called 3113 for the local fire department, and it is a Mauser. Right?
Marzen. Marzen. That's what an Oktoberfest is.
Yeah.
It's a Marzen beer. So
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. So we're going to talk about online ham radio testing, which is a common question that I'm still asked over and over. In fact, I'm probably going to record another pre-recorded video on it and do something with that upcoming. We're going to talk about, and I posted earlier today, I posted a link to this video in several Facebook groups and on my Facebook page talking about basically like a follow-up to the live stream we did 2 weeks ago, which is just, how to write a code plug. And I got several people that emailed me and asked me for DMR questions after that. And I did get, those of you who emailed me and asked me for copies of my talk group template, I got those. And I was going to try to find a place to upload, rather than emailing it to 20 or 30 people, I was going to try to find a place I could upload it and just send everyone a link. You could just go download it at your convenience. And I haven't, that's my apologies for not getting to that. That's something that I dropped the ball on. But if you want my talk group template, you are certainly welcome to it. I just want to upload it somewhere first and send you a link so that it's easier for you to get wherever you want to get it, rather than trying to send it in email and everything like that. So anyway, so that's where we're at tonight. So Don Izzo says, per the National Weather Service, severe thunderstorm warning for Denton and surrounding area until 8:30. That's about an hour and a half from now. So, yeah. Yeah, good deal.
We got also T-Man, KI5BEZ.
Yep.
Said he just got back fighting a brush fire over there in Lake Texoma. We were just there.
We were just at Lake Texoma. We were there all week.
2 shores, the North Shore and the South Shore.
That's right.
Did you ever get to see the lake on that South Shore, your second camping spot?
No, I didn't. Well, just when I went up to the dam bar.
The dam bar?
The dam bar, yeah. So there's a place when you're driving to Eisenhower State Park, you drive over the Denison Dam. It's the city of Denison Dam of the south side of Lake Texoma, and there's a bar right there on the very edge of the dam, and it's called Dam Bar, DAM space BAR. So Frank and I were making jokes all week about we need to go visit the Dam Bar before we leave the dam park.
Yep. Good Game said, is it next to the dam store?
It's next to a damn gas station.
Ooh.
So
How was it, by the way? I didn't get a chance to try it for lunch like I wanted to.
The Dam Bar?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get any food there. I just walked in and drank a beer and left. It's basically the epitome of a bar that sells Miller Lite, Coors Light, Bud Light, with pool tables and video games, and like video games, like video poker games.
Okay.
So it's like and it's small.
A
In
local
fact,
watering hole?
Yeah, it's a very local watering hole. It's probably twice the size of this ham shack.
Yep.
It's really, really tiny. So I walked in, there was no way to sit down, so I just kind of stood in the corner and drank my beer and left. Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't bad. I just not really my kind of place, but anyway. So Keith Sherrell's in the house from Miami. Thanks for joining us. KD2 RDH Larry's in. Yeah, talking about Rag Chew on DMR last night, so good deal.
Have you seen Smoke and Ape's comments?
No, probably not.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm
sure.
Actually,
Good Game and the Ape are going back and forth.
Yeah. Well, the Dam Bar would have been Ape's place because they sell his beer there. And they don't have anything special at all. They just have all the light beers and whatnot. So anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. All good. So, but it was fun. That was a fun trip. So I drove up to Lake Texoma State Park on Monday.
Yep.
Monday afternoon, took the RV up there. That video will be premiering on Monday Night Ham Radio tomorrow night. In fact, you know what? You don't have the go into do you have the content creators scheduling?
Not accessible. I got to dig it up.
It's on Discord right there.
Oh, yes, I'm in that Discord.
Okay. No. Yeah, there you go. So the schedule, that link that Tio just posted up there of the playlist. So Monday Night Ham Radio, for those who don't know, several months ago, a year or so ago, I started posting my videos on Monday, and several months ago, 2 or 3 guys, Ape and Chuck, not Chuck, but Ape and Kyle and Good Game and a couple other guys, they came along. They said, "Hey, let's do this sequential thing and just kind of hand off the audience." And I thought that's a great idea. So we've been doing that for a few weeks now. Monday Night Ham Radio starts around. We're actually going to start early tomorrow night. We'll start around 5 p.m. And the DX Commander Callum's going to have a video, and then I'm going to have a video, and then Chuck and Ape and somebody else is going to have. I can't remember who all is there tomorrow night. Maybe Adam. And then the evening concludes with 2 hours of ham radio nuggets from Temporarily Offline. So Monday Night Ham Radio from roughly about 5 to 9 Central Time every Monday night. It's been a really kind of a hoot here lately, and good times had by all. But so drove up there Monday, and the video tomorrow is the POTA video I'll post from last week. And activated the park. Spent 2 days activating a park. Got like 150 contacts. Mm-hmm. I didn't spend the whole time in front of the radio. I was trying to get contacts on bands other than 20 meters. So I did some 20-meter other than 20 meter sideband. Did some 20 meter FT8. I did some 17. I did 1 or 2 17 meter sideband contacts. Did some 40 meter sideband, 40 meter FT8. I tried some 10 meters. Didn't really get far on that. I did do some 30 meter FT8. So having never done that from a POTA activation before. So that was kind of fun. I just want to do something different rather than just 20 meter phone all the time. So it was a good time. Spent 2 days there. Wednesday we drove south to the end of the lake and spent 2 nights at Eisenhower Park and came home on Friday. That was a fun adventure. Probably going to do it again. Mm-hmm. Don't know where yet. Maybe Possum Kingdom Lake.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so that's supposed to be a really pretty area out there.
What was it, Tuesday night I came up there?
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
I came up there, got on the air on phone. I made 6 to 7 contacts Monday night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Yeah,
then I finished them up Wednesday afternoon before we left. And then Wednesday night, did a lot of FT8 contacts.
Right. So, Frank, that was your first time to do FT8,
That was my first time FT8.
So, Frank activated 2 parks, the first time he's ever activated parks on the air, and it's the first time he's ever did FT8. So, he did sideband and FT8, parks on the air, 2 parks. It was a good thing. I got to show you how to send that in. So,
Smoking Ape says, I heard Frank in Virginia Islands. Now they just call it the Islands.
It's the Virgin Islands. It's the Virgin Islands he's talking about. So
I was trying to clean it up.
Oh gosh, yeah, that'd be funny. Put in a good game. I put a video together with today's activation. That G90 is freaking awesome. Yeah, I did a whole video on the G90 and the XPA 125B amplifier doing some single sideband contacts. So, Light, I think I'm saying there. Did you do any CW? No, I didn't do any CW. My CW is a little rusty. I can send CW, but I can't receive very well. I need to work on that some more. I went through 3 months of the CW Academy, which is like 2 nights a week for I think it's an hour and a half or a couple hours a night, 2 nights a week for 3 months. Mm-hmm. And I did pretty good on learning I know all the characters I can send. I can't receive. It's all about practice, man. You got to practice it. So it is something I'm working on to learn CW and do more CW. Sterling N0 SSC has several really good videos on his channel and a playlist about learning CW through it's not the CW Academy, I forget, he used another source, but it's some kind of online CW thing that he found on Reddit, I think, or that gets posted a lot on Reddit, one way or the other. So Long Island CW Club is another one. They do really good stuff over there.
Ham Radio Adventures asked, who was my first POTA contact? In my logs, it was KK6USY.
That's him.
Yep.
Ham Radio Adventures, that's Chuck.
I know.
Okay. Make sure you knew who that was. Yeah. So,
my first
good,
one.
All good stuff. But, eventually, honestly, the reason I want to learn CW, the main reason I want to learn CW is so I can hike up a mountain and use a mountain topper radio from L&R Precision and a 9-volt battery and activate. That's what I want to do. That is my not my I shouldn't say my end game goal, because once I do that once, I'm gonna probably want to do it another couple hundred times. But
a 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
How many watts are you gonna be putting out?
It's QRP, obviously. It's I don't know.
Very QRP.
Yeah, it's very QRP. I don't know, but it's I don't know what the power output is on those little radios. Mm-hmm. 2 watts, something like that. I don't know, but they're fun to operate. So good deal. Okay, so. As promised, we're going to talk about ham radio online testing. I put up at the starting in April. Okay, so online ham radio testing has existed for 6 years or more. Okay, so the Anchorage, I shouldn't say online. Okay, remote ham radio testing has existed for 6 years or so. Skylow, $4.99 for the super chat. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate the support there.
Skylow also posted earlier he watched your 3 technician videos and passed his technician test.
That's
yesterday.
Great. Awesome. Put a comment in the chat, Sky, about where you took your test, because that's what we're about to talk about. So, so the Anchorage VEC group has been doing remote testing, not online, but remote testing for 6 or 7 years. I did an interview with them a couple months back. You can go find that on the channel. They do a proctor system, so you have to get somebody that's an approved proctor, and have that person in the room with you, and then you log on to their website software, and it's kind of online, but you have to have a proctor there with you. And then you submit the test online, you get your license. They've been doing that for a long, long time. When COVID started, when all the lockdowns started around late March, early April in the United States, the push for online testing became that much more. And I think a lot of people that were either thinking about it or didn't know about it and learned what it was and thought that's a great idea, or had been putting it off for whatever reason, went and got, because you've seen a huge influx of brand new licensed hams in the last 3 or 4 months, which I think is awesome. I think that's great. I think that's a great thing. So as always, and I started putting up a couple of videos that got some really good traction, and my channel really started to grow more rapidly than it had been beforehand because of that, because of those videos and a couple other things I'd put up as well. So basically, the bottom line, I'm going to switch over this view right here. No, not that one. There it is right there. Okay. So the bottom line is the website that's existed for a long, long time and that I keep redirecting people to over and over again is hamstudy.org/sessions. Now, for whatever reason, sometimes people email me and are like, hey, I went over to the website and I can't find an online testing session in my area. Who cares? It's online. You can take it anywhere. Okay? You don't have to live in Alaska to go to the Anchorage VEC group and sign up to take an online test through their proctoring system. Okay? So you don't have to. If you find an online test that fits your schedule and it's in another state somewhere, sign up, because it doesn't have to be near you, okay? It's a federal, the ham radio license is an FCC granted license, which is a federal license, so it's good in all 50 states. It's good in all U.S. territories, including the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, etc. You can take the test anywhere that offers FCC license testing. And that's what this is, hamstudy.org/sessions. They have remote testing, they have online testing, and they have in-person testing exams listed on that website. If you just want to take it in person for whatever reason, they still have stuff listed there, so you can go search your area for that. But this is where you go. Did you put that in the chat?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm not looking in the chat right now. So this is where you go to find an online testing VE team, VEC, and there's multiple people and groups and entities doing that post to this website. It's not just the ham study guys. It's a bunch of other guys. I did an interview with one of our local guys here in North Texas that does W5YI testing, and he posts his tests on hamstudy.org because he uses the ham study software. There's probably other types of software out there you can use as well. Ham study's been the biggest one to be pushing for the whole online and remote thing. But you can always go to this website and search for online or in-person testing and find all kinds of good stuff. One thing I will show you, Chris, W8WOT, who's a member of he's one of the admins over the Ham Radio Crash Course with Josh's channel. He does his own version. I sent him a message earlier today. He replied back. He said, yeah, we're doing it about once every 2 weeks. You can see right here, he's got a session coming up in about 2 weeks, on August 29th, that is full. Session full right here. But then he's got on September 12th, he's got another one, and he's got 15 slots open right now. And then on September 26th, he's got another one, and 25 slots open right now. Okay? And the price for the price is $10, and that's for the test. Okay? If you go online, or I'm sorry, if you go in person and take a test at a local ham radio club in this area, it's usually about $14. Okay, and that's all for the FCC paperwork and blah, 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 blah. ARRL, FCC paperwork and all that kind of good stuff. But that's Chris's sessions that he does. He is a member of the Ham Radio Crash Course. You can see Josh talks about their sessions all the time. They post about it in their Discord all the time. So you can go out there and find that if you want something that somebody that you might be a little bit familiar with. Otherwise, you can just go out here and find anybody you want to. It looks like the N1 SEP, AE7TD, KJ4PJE. He does a couple of them. N2YGK, NE1AR, near. That's kind of a cool call sign. W1SJ. So there's a bunch of guys down here doing testing and offering sessions. And, well, you can see all of these are session full, session full, session full. There you go. So you do have to drill down for a while. This is August 21st. That's everything's full there. August 22nd, Saturday, 19 slots remaining in that session. That one looks like it's in Castle Rock, Colorado. The online ones are going to fill up quicker. So a lot of these are full, but a lot of them are not.
Still a lot of interest getting your amateur radio license right
It's
now.
a good thing that these are filling up so quickly, because if they weren't filling up, then people wouldn't continue to do them.
Yep.
So it may take a while for you to get in. Here's one slot remaining right there on September 3rd for online. 4 slots remaining for online on September 4th. So it might take you a while to get scheduled and get it done.
It's just more time to study and get that 8th thing ace so you can go up to the next level.
There you go. There you go. So I think it's a good thing that so many people are interested in amateur radio and getting their license and getting done. Here's Richardson Wireless Club. They're a local club to me. They have a testing session on September 17th, and in person in Richardson, Texas, right here. So it's so I think it's a good thing that there's so many tests being offered. There's so many groups out there offering tests both in person and online, and I think that it's a promotion of the hobby, as it were.
Good Game Ham Radio says online test groups are adjusting their schedule around Fang's schedule. I like this.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep them coming. As you're taking a drink there, good evening, Don from New Jersey. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Good.
And Chris, thank you for joining us. K3CRJ.
Good. Yeah, thanks for sure. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, see this? My Restream connection expired to YouTube.
Oops.
I don't know why it does that. I'll have to email them. They have a paid version, but my email to them is going to say, look, you guys advertised that this is supposed to work with the free version, but it keeps breaking. So if you want me to pay for it, I don't mind that. But you're going to have to freaking fix it. So I don't know what to deal with. All right, so let's put the chat here, and let's go
I also
there.
got a howdy to Randy in California.
Okay.
KN6BZG.
AN6BZG.
Yeah, I
Thank
saw
you
you a
for
little
joining
bit
us.
ago.
Yeah.
I am keeping track of these, and when there's a lull or Jason goes for a drink, I'll shout it out. So give me your call sign, and as long as the powers last...
as long as the power lasts. You can hear the wind, right?
Yeah, the wind and the rain.
Oh, boy, that's great. Hey, John Micklor's in the house. Thanks for joining us tonight, John. Really good site out there, micklor.com, for getting different information on radio reviews and code plugs and all kinds of good stuff out there. That didn't last long.
No. Well, those things are good for about 2 solid beers.
Well, it's 2 pints is what it is. It's 32 ounces.
What's a pint?
16 ounces.
All right, then.
So, anyway. So, yeah, once again, and we can hear it. It's getting windy and it's getting storms are coming in. So, if the stream just dies for no reason at all that you can see,
I didn't do it on purpose.
We probably lost power. It's all good, man. Lee's in the house, WA5LEE. Thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate you recognizing that we have storms by us. Should have been here at the beginning, bro.
Electro looks so sad out there when you open the door and the wind's blowing all around.
Yeah,
there.
no doubt. Yeah.
What is going on?
No doubt.
Kim, thank you for joining us. N1DVS.
N1DVS, thank you. Yeah, for sure. So what have you been seeing any questions in the chat?
No general questions right now. I love the Frank and Chuck Norris jokes. Keep on coming.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, they've been there. I've been reading them.
Oh yeah. So okay, so you guys, any DMR questions? Follow up from what we did 2 weeks ago when we built a code plug for the Anytone using the N0 GSG contact manager software. Using the template system that I have. Anybody has any questions for that, feel free to post them. Anybody have any questions for the online testing that we spoke about a minute ago? Feel free to post that as well.
Skylo did answer your question earlier about where he took his ham radio test. He said the Grass Valley, California.
Oh, okay, good, excellent. So, Ron asks, do you still update DMR Texas? Yes, we keep DMRTexas.net updated as much as we can. I mean, and what I mean by that is we're in there 2 or 3, 4 times a week. If there's information, what we do is we reach out to the repeater owners about once a month or so, and we say, hey, you guys, if anything's changed on your repeater, just let us know, and we'll update the website. So we added the newest repeaters that we have. There's a fairly new repeater in Richardson, Texas. There's a couple new repeaters down Houston area, I think. So that gets it updated as much as we when we get new information, we update it immediately. Dojo $5 super chat. Thank you for that. What's the best reason to get extra? The best reason to get extra, well, personal accomplishment, but you get more privileges on the bands as well. You get extra area on the bands, on pretty much all the HF bands, to talk in more places in single sideband, and I think in CW. I'm not sure about CW, but definitely in single sideband. If you ever travel to a foreign country, extra licenses are recognized a little bit more leniently than some other are. If you ever want to do operating from another country, there's reciprocating license agreements with some countries, more for extra than there are for other licenses as well. So, and yeah, you can get, Lee said 1x2, or I know Adam said 1x2 call signs. Yeah, you can also get a 1x2 call sign. So if you've ever seen a call sign like, say, Alpha 5 Bravo Charlie, that guy's an extra. Because as a technician or a general, you can't get a 1x2. You can get a 1x3 or a 2x. You can't get a 1x2 or a 2x1. So like Alpha Bravo 5 Charlie or Alpha 5 Bravo Charlie, you can't get that unless you're an extra, even with the vanity stuff. So so that's, and some people don't care about that. I don't care when I finally get my extra. Frank and I are going to get our extra together. Mm-hmm. When I finally get my extra, I'm not planning on changing my call sign. But you certainly have that option if you choose to. So it's kind of fun.
Don did ask, any opportunity to get the new KAMRD t-shirt with his new logo?
Yes. Tell Mike to send me a freaking logo. I've been asking him for it for like 3 months. He's hammering out some details with his logo. As soon as he has a final print of his logo, yes, he's going to have t-shirts on my website, just like Smokin' Ape, DX Commander, K6UDA. This shirt, which I call the ham radio emoji shirt, is on my website.
Didn't it like Baker or me come up with that one, just playing with emojis?
I don't remember, but I liked it. Yeah. And I use it all the time.
Yeah,
so.
Me too. Also, Don followed up, how about a Frank the Tank t-shirt?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I told him I'm trying to work on a logo.
Do that. Yeah. KE4HZC, $20 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. Thanks for being here and for watching tonight. Let's see. I saw something a minute ago. I was going to... Oh, someone asked earlier. I saw the question, then I got sidetracked. Someone asked earlier about getting about DX Commander t-shirts and getting the antennas through me. No, I don't sell the antennas. You have to go to Callum to get those. The reason, and quite frankly, Callum's got a commercial FedEx account, and shipping the DX Commander from him to you, from him to the United States, is actually not very bad at all. Shipping's very reasonable. But if you're talking about a $20 t-shirt, it's not really worth it to pay $15 or $20 in shipping to ship a $20 t-shirt. So he and I worked out an agreement where I could make t-shirts and ship them to the USA, and I'm probably going to be sending him a box of t-shirts so that he can distribute them to people in the UK who are his, local ham radio operators there in Europe. But no, I don't sell his antennas. You have to go through him to get his antennas, and quite frankly, he can answer questions about the antennas much more than I can anyway. So he knows the antenna inside and out. So you definitely want to go through that and ship. Like I said, shipping from him to you is not very bad at all. So
Dan said he got his ham radio T-shirt yesterday.
Good.
Or no, it arrives tomorrow. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Well, still good.
Looking for that. And then Don says, "What's my call sign? My call sign is Kilo Golf 5 Alpha Hotel Juliet, or it's KG5AHJ."
That's right. So Paul asks, "Is it normal for DMR audio to be so loud? Very strong audio. I must keep my volume very low." He has the HD1. Is it different per person you're listening to? And is it different on a different radio? It's possible that your radio has a volume issue. It's also possible that you're listening to guys on Motorola radios who are louder than everybody else. So, kind of, no, I mean, to answer your question, in a perfect world, no. It's not typical for DMR audio to be so loud. Some guys are louder than others. You're going to have a variance in audio on DMR because unlike D-Star and unlike Fusion, you have 40 to 50 companies worldwide making DMR radios. They're not all going to match each other. If you're on Fusion, then you've got a Yaesu radio and nothing else. That's why they all sound so similar, because they're all made by the same company. With D-Star, you've pretty much got all your D-Star radios from Icon with the exception of the Kenwood D74, but even it sounds really similar. But you've got a lot of different companies making DMR radios, commercial companies, Chinese companies, companies overseas. They're not going to always sound the same. So the variance is greater in DMR because it is an open source platform.
He says everyone is loud.
Everyone is loud. I would try a second radio and see if you get that same result. Sounds to me, I mean, without hearing it myself, I'm going to guess that you have a volume issue on your HD1. I mean, it shouldn't be so loud that it's blowing up your speaker every time. No, that shouldn't happen. I
know in some radios you can adjust the volume setting on the DMR, so
on the Anytone you have the Anytone 868 and you can do that. You can go into the menu and you can say use outdoor volume, use indoor volume, and then your volume knob only goes up so high if you use indoor volume. I don't remember if the HD1 has that setting or not.
Because mine was very quiet until I found that setting.
Correct.
And then I did it to the outdoor volume, and you can also adjust the maximum level you could turn it up to.
Correct. That's exactly right. Yeah.
T-Man asks, is there enhanced sound on the 878s for the transmit or receive audio?
Enhanced sound. What does that mean? What Frank was just talking about is an enhanced receive audio where you can set it for indoor or outdoor sound so that its outdoor sound is louder, so you get the most volume you can get. But I don't know what enhanced sound. I don't know. If there's like some kind of setting that will clean up the sound, no, there's not. If there's a volume something, then yes, there is. So, yeah, Ape says most DMR people won't adjust their mic gain. That's true. Yeah, they probably don't know how to do it a lot of the times. So some of the older radios, some of the cheaper older radios like the TYTs, you couldn't adjust mic gain on. But the Anytones and the good ones, the B-Techs, you can do that with.
He says it's a setting that he thinks that we're talking about.
It's been so long since I've looked at the HD1, I can't tell. I can't, for that specific model, I don't know. I'd have to get my HD1 out and look at it again, which I should do that because there's been several firmware updates since the last HD1 video I recorded. But, yeah. So, okay. Beyond passing the test, where can I find out a list of things a Tobal needs to get planned for the first station? Being West Virginia, concerned about line of sight issues in the mountains. So Stephen Richard asked that question. Stephen, I've got a video. I've got two videos. I've got the best HT for 2020 and the best mobile radio for 2020. And in those videos on this channel, I talk about that very thing. I call it the best HT of 2020, but it's geared towards the new ham. I've also got a playlist on my YouTube channel called A New Ham Workshop, and it's got a bunch of different videos for people who are brand new and just getting started out, just got their license. So go check that out. I
would recommend just getting an HT and a mag mount for the car.
Yep.
And you can run like that for months. I've done it. And maybe a hand key mic. It would
Yeah,
be
an
also
external
real
speaker
nice.
mic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I ran like that for months, and that's cheap, especially getting a Baofeng in the beginning.
Yep.
Until you can afford something a little nicer or a DMR, and that same mag mount will work on DMR.
Yeah.
So you just got to upgrade your radio, screw it right back in, and you got more capabilities.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a Baofeng for your first radio. Just understand this, and I say this in my Best HT of 2020 video. Just understand that a Baofeng for your first radio is fine. Just understand that most people are going to want to upgrade at some point in time. You're not going to want to be using a Baofeng 5 years from now. And some people have come along in the video and said, well, I still use mine all the time. I was like, that's great. So is that the only radio that you have? Or are you just saying you still have it and still use it? Because my point is that eventually you're going to want a mobile radio. Eventually you're going to want something with maybe 220 in it. Eventually you're going to want something kind of DMR or Fusion or something in it. Okay, Baofeng's a good starting point, but it's not an in-game radio. So that's my only point with
Good
that.
Game Ham Radio Outdoor says every one of his students gets a Baofeng for his first radio. It's a great radio.
It's a good, like I said, it's a good entry-level radio. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? But it is just call a spade a spade. It's not going to be what you're going to. I mean, once you get used to using the repeater, once you get more familiar with operating in general, it's not going to be a radio that you're going to want to have as a daily carry for a long, long time.
Larry says, I'm still using the UV8 or UV380 I bought from you. It's a good radio. Still powers up in a docking station.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, is it okay to have it powered up while in the charging dock? Sure. Yeah. A lot of times the charging light will never go green if the radio's powered on. I mean, if you look at your battery indicator, it shows full charge, but it's not going to hurt anything to do that. No, not at all.
And I think the Smoking Ape just won the best comment in the chat.
Okay.
Frank can divide by 0. I don't think they're going to get any better than that.
Okay, so Ape and Good Game and T.O. and someone else. Who was it? You guys have a live stream you're doing next Sunday, I think.
Ooh.
They're doing something. And I don't know if it's going to be a one-off thing or somebody. Who is it? Pull up that content creator, that schedule chat again. Steve. No. Kit build. Yeah, that's it. Kit build. Maybe it's not Good Game.
I couldn't find an actual link.
Okay, click on that right there.
There's just the image posted.
It's, kit building with Kyle, Sterling, T.O. Okay, so it's Kyle, Sterling, Steve, and Ape. There. Sorry, Good Game. Not you. I wasn't invited either, brother. So it is what it is.
From 5 to 7. It looks like it's a one-off.
Yeah.
So far.
Is that going to be a live stream, Ape, or what are you guys doing?
Does Ape do anything live?
I don't know.
I think all his videos are recorded.
Not generally, no. But I was wondering if you had a link to it already. That's why I was asking. So, because I'd share it if you do. So, Ape is live with me every other week now. Holy crap! I'm sorry to hear that, Steve.
I think you found your Frank.
Yes, live on Kyle's channel. Do you have? Okay. So I wonder if you guys have a link to that yet. Kit build.
Kyle.
Good. Yeah, that'll be fun. So
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Kit. Yeah, that's right up your alley.
Yep.
You should.
I will be in the
good
chat.
Deal. So okay. Art says I have a Baofeng 1801, having a hard time programming it for Codeplug. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Yeah, that thing was a bear to program for a Codeplug. I did a video on that radio a month or two ago. In fact, it's sitting right there. You can't see it outside the camera, but that's where it's at. I am told that you should download the Open GD77 firmware. I think it's firmware, and flash the radio. Everybody, after I released my video, told me that the Open GD77 firmware will work on that specific model. I think it's the same model in the back end.
What software is that you're talking about?
I think it's called Open GD77.
It's just another firmware for the radio?
Yeah.
Or is it like open source firmware?
It's like open source customized firmware.
Really?
Yeah.
We're doing that now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, so the only reason I kept that, because I didn't really care for that 1801, quite frankly, but the only reason I kept it, I was like, oh, custom firmware. I can do a video on that. So
Yeah.
I'm working on that, but I haven't really jacked with it much yet.
James says, DMR programming question. How do you know which contact to use for a DMR repeater? He has an 80-tone 878.
If it's a Brandmeister repeater, then you can use any one that you want to on the Brandmeister network. If it's a Seabridge repeater, the best way to do it, unless you have a really great website like we do in Texas, the best way to do it is just contact the repeater owner and ask him what talk groups are available on his repeater. So that's the best way to do it. Bring. I don't know what that is. That's something. Alert box. Oh, that's why. I think that was somebody who subscribed. So I got that turned on now. So yeah, okay. So Larry asks, on a new Pi-Star setup, I can't get my OLED screen to come on. I've tried both the settings 3 and 6. Do you have any other suggestions for settings, or do I figure it came dead? So
Good Game says check your soldering points, and they're still discussing on that.
Okay. So I've had bad luck with OLED screens on Pi-Stars. I really have. I've got two. I've had 2 or 3 of them that I never could get to work. I did not go as far as to check, solder joints and whatnot. These were pre-built something. These weren't something I put together myself, and I couldn't get the OLED screen. I've got a couple that do work, but I've got a couple that don't work, and I never could figure out why. I always thought it was a setting somewhere, not a build issue. But yeah, Ape says use digital monitor to see the talk groups. That's assuming that the talk groups are being used on the repeater. Yes, you can turn digital monitor on your radio, depending on what radio you've got. It's either called promiscuous mode or digital monitor. You can turn that on, and if the repeater is being used, you can hear anything that's being talked on, and it'll come up with the talk group number on your screen and tell you where people are talking. And then you'll know that the repeater at least has access to that one talk group. But I think you were asking, like, how do you know what list of talk groups are all available? I think is what you meant. So with that, you can if it's Brandmeister, then you have access to everything on Brandmeister, and there's like 2,000 talk groups there, so there's no way I could list them all. And then if it's a Seabridge, then it's a little bit more selective, and it's up to the discretion of the repeater owner. So Seabridge is much more customizable than Brandmeister is. Brandmeister, you get the fire hose, you get everything. You can't. I'm told that there's actually a way to turn some stuff off now, which didn't used to be true. But with the Seabridge connection, you get to pick and choose what you want. So the repeater owner has much more control over his own system on the Seabridge than he does on Brandmeister. So it's just a difference in features for the different networks.
Outdoor Junkie says, I got my Baofeng UV45 for my beginning radio. Then I upgraded to the Anytone 778 UV.
Yeah.
Is that a good radio for 2 meter? I think he means 2 meter, not 2 millimeter.
No. He means, Chris Johnston. Hey, bud, you've got the coolest last name in the whole chat, buddy. 73, thanks for being here. Outdoors Junkie. That AT778, I have been wanting to grab one of those and try it out. I've never used that radio. Going off of what I know about Anytone, that's probably an excellent radio, because most everything made by Anytone is really good, and certainly going to be better than a Baofeng. So so my answer is, I believe so, but I don't know from personal experience. That I'm sure that Anytone 778 is going to be a great rig for you. So I need to grab one of those and test that out. So good deal. So Bob W2CYK from our finders in the chat. No telling what the heck he's going to say. We might have just lost the chat.
Oh, no.
So, no, I'm just kidding. We didn't lose the chat. The chat's gone to hell because Bob's here, but we didn't lose the chat. So,
the Bob jar. Get the Bob jar out.
Yeah, Don's over there in Richardson. He's like, hey, the storm in Richardson is coming to get them. Yeah. We can hear it. All good stuff. All good stuff. So, yeah, exactly. Whew. So, yeah. Let us know. I mean, did we miss anything, Frank?
No, not really. I got a Howdy 2 N69DX and KS9DX. Thank you for joining us.
Good.
And
yeah, thanks for joining us.
Roger, KN4HNW
Okay.
from Florida. Thank you for joining us.
Good deal. Yeah. Good deal. Thanks for joining us. So, it is bad. Yeah, Don says it's bad there. Don's over in Richardson. So, yeah. Is it headed west? That's weird. It's usually headed east. The storms that hit us usually come from like Midland.
He should be getting what we got.
Yeah, exactly. You should be getting what we had. But I don't know. I haven't looked at the radar, but usually the storms are headed east, not west.
I'm pulling them up now.
So,
thunderstorm warning.
Yeah.
Boxes are over all of us.
Yeah. I bet that's true.
It's coming from the northwest and headed south.
Hey,
east.
Steve, good game. Don't acknowledge Bob's idiot questions about a code plug, man. He's just messing with you. His point is, where's my freaking phone?
I don't know, man.
I think I left it inside. So his point is well taken, because with the RFiner, you don't need a code plug. Okay.
What is this code plug you're talking
exactly.
about?
It's what we built on the stream 2 weeks ago.
I can't figure out this code plug.
But, yeah. So there's that. Yeah. It's all good stuff. It's fun. It's fun.
Don't need no stinking code plug from Bob.
Lee said, our club just put up a multi-mode test system with MMDVM that does Brandmeister analog and D-Star. Working on 300-foot antenna spot will be only Brandmeister DMR machine in the area. I don't know if that's good or bad. But, yeah. The only problem with that is it doesn't connect to the rest of Texas. Multi-mode machines are okay. I'm told from people who, I've never tried one myself, I'm told from people who have tried one that they're really kind of more of a pain than they're worth, because the guy with the DMR radio can't hear the guy on D-Star. The guy with the D-Star radio can't hear the guy on DMR, so they don't know if the repeater's in use or not. And neither one of the digital modes can hear an analog signal, so they don't know if the repeater's in use or not. So it kind of creates a hassle, from what I'm told. But, it's fun to experiment. It is fun to experiment with stuff. For sure.
Didn't the Hearst Club have it in multi-mode for a while?
No, that was a fusion machine. Multi-mode meaning fusion and analog.
Okay.
And the reason they don't use it in fusion anymore is because all the analog guys kept chunking the machine and putting it back into the analog mode.
Because we couldn't hear what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
All you heard was the digital noise, and you could tone squelch it out.
Yeah.
But then you don't know if you can key up or not.
Yeah. I heard Code writes a Frank plug. That's good. I like that. That needs to be a T-shirt. I heard Code writes a Frank plug. That's awesome. Oh boy, let's see. 21 to 10, obviously.
Don, I heard it. Frank looks at a radio and it programs itself.
Yeah. I wish that were true. Oh. Yep.
So, what was your total contact count? Do you know offhand?
No,
week?
You mean for the entire week?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of I didn't make as many contacts at the second place as I did the first place. Mm-hmm. Quite frankly, the park in the second place was not as pretty, and I was just kind of like, eh.
No, you had a awesome spot. It was literally
right there on the water
line.
Yeah, it was right there on the water. It's awesome.
It was very nice. Saw boats going by. It was very open. And the second spot was by the water line, but there were so many trees that you couldn't see it.
Right.
And we heard the boats
going by, yeah. Heard the boats going by.
I swear they're right there, but we could not see them.
Yeah, for sure. But it's probably between 200 and 300. between probably closer to 250 to 300, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. I did some QRP work from the second park as well, so I didn't make as many contacts doing QRP.
I was sitting with you for a little bit of
Yeah.
that, and that was so cool.
That was cool. That was fun. But I also put the QRP amplifier on the back of the G90 and did some with that, and that was fun as well.
So how many watts
yeah.
did it go up after you used the amplifier?
Well, it's 20 watts without the amplifier, and the amplifier's like, it says it's up to 125, but realistically, the most I've got out of it is about 95, 97 watts.
Okay.
So it was almost full power,
Uh-huh.
power 100 watts. So it
So you're
was
just
different to me.
be up
Yeah.
to a normal power output,
Yeah.
because you usually run the 7300 around 80 to 100 watts, right?
No, I run the 70 on single sideband. I run the 7300 at 100 watts
100 watts?
because it's only 100 watts on modulation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not key down 100 watts. It's modulation 100 watts. So yeah, I always run full power. So I do want to comment on this one here.
The Weapon Fanatic?
No, before
Okay.
that, TLC Golden, turn the AMS off and leave the repeater in digital mode is the best thing going. Yes. Yes. Do that. Do that and realize what Fusion should have been all along. Yes, do that. So,
Biting my tongue.
yeah, yeah. Don says he was chasing Jason, not propagation to Connecticut. That's funny. I made some contacts to Connecticut and Maryland and New York and New Jersey. I got some contacts up in that area. So, but propagation, man, who knows? Okay, so the Weapon Fanatic. Can you explain time slots? I get the technical aspect when writing Codeplug. How do you know which time slot to choose? Again, well, that's going to be up to the repeater that you want to use. Now, if you're writing a Codeplug for a hotspot, always use time slot 2. Always use time slot 2 for a hotspot. Unless you have a dual time slot hotspot, and those have 2 antennas off top of it. So if your hotspot has no antenna, or if it has one antenna, always use time slot 2. If it has 2 antennas, then you can really use either one you want to. You can totally program it however you want to, time slot 1 or 2. But for a repeater, it's going to depend on the repeater, which time slot they have connected to which network, and what talk groups are on each one. So that's what that would answer. Let's see. KWD amp test did not see over. Yeah. It's I think my amp was like 95, 97 watts. I could have probably yelled into it and got a little bit over 100. Something like that. Oh boy. But anyway, so yeah, that is that. Which is, you know what? We need a refill.
I'm out. We
I know.
emptied it.
I think I'm gonna go over there.
All right.
So I think I'm gonna do this. Go ahead and let me see here. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Whew. Oh, look at that. We're Christmas background. I forgot I had that. All right, you know what? We're both off right now. So go ahead, Frank. Just talk to people in the chat.
What's going on, y'all, in the chat? Go ahead and throw me your names. I didn't see any lately. Your call sign, where you hail from, and we're going to say hello to you. Or any best Frank Chuck Norris things. I am loving them today. Ham radio and at Frank. Okay, guys, it is net time. Be safe. 73 to you, Lehman, and enjoy the rest of your night. What else do we got there? Play some of Josh's Prey videos. No, I don't think so. We got Jeff N4POD from Knoxville. Thank you for joining us. Frank, QRP radio is 100 watts. Yes. Yes, it is.
Incorrect. Incorrect. How about one of these, Frank?
Sure.
Orange?
Yeah, that was good.
That's the one you brought.
Yep. This is from Twisted Spike Brewery up there in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I haven't been up there since COVID.
Right.
I'm glad the camera wasn't on. This beer popped. They overfilled it.
Oh, well, could be just the... Yeah, could be where it's... Oh, let's see. Where did it... No, not that one. Not that one either. There we go.
Frank
Okay.
was
We are
loud
back.
on POTA from Ham Radio Ventures.
Oh, well, that's good, right?
I'm glad to hear it.
That was
used
really good,
Jason's
yeah.
radios,
Yeah.
and they were set up well.
Yeah.
All I had to do was key down when I was ready and finished working.
Weapon Fanatic. Thanks for the reply. I'll also take a refill. Hey, bud, you want to drive to Grapevine, Texas? I'll give you one. How's that?
You'll find us either at the Hoppenstein Brewery. You would
Right.
like to go to Hop Fusion over there in Hearst.
Mm-hmm.
Where are other your frequent
Hop
contacts?
Fusion's in Fort Worth. You're talking about
Turning Point.
Turning Point
Yes,
in
yes.
Bedford. Turning Point in Bedford.
Chuck North serves Frank beer.
Oh, boy.
Ooh. I forgot how good that is.
K6ARK. All this time I thought 100 watts was QRO. It is. Don't let these guys fool you. 100 watts is not QRP, my friends. I know y'all are teasing. I know y'all are just joshing, and that's cool. But, yeah, it doesn't work like that. So, technically speaking, the G90 that does 20 watts is really not QRP. For those guys operating on half a watt on a Summit.
What's going on there, Michael? KFOBFH from Nebraska.
KF0.
0. Yes.
You said O.
Oh.
No.
Well,
KF0.
some Americans do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That smells good. Tiramisu.
W6WWD, Cypress, California. Thank you for
welcome.
joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So,
We're making portable radio thirsty. Well, go grab a beer. That's what the point of Sunday streams are.
Steve, I like how you say Jerica's G90. That's great. Because I know it's hers because Mike gave it to her. That's awesome.
I'm missing that one.
So Mike KDMRD, he donated a G90 and a TS and a FT450 Yaesu to Steve Good Game's daughter and to Steve Temporary Offline's daughter. So, and some antenna, the DX Commander antenna, and some other stuff, MFJ something, power supplies maybe, Bioenno batteries and stuff. It was really cool ham it forward video that Mike did.
Oh, that's pretty
He donated
awesome.
some stuff. That was pretty fun.
Well, on Temporary Offline, Steve had Matt from Florida up on his live stream
I saw
for
that.
the ham nuggets.
I did. I saw that.
And the twist to that was they were sitting in the same room.
Right. Yeah, because Matt was on a road trip.
Yeah,
So-
that was pretty cool.
So next live stream that we do. So we've been Frank and I have been doing live streams on this channel for the first and third Sunday every month for 2020. We started that in January. And it's been easier to be consistent with that because nobody's traveling to Hemfests right now. So we've stayed true to the schedule. First Sunday, third Sunday every month. We've done a live stream right here at this 7 p.m. Central Time. So this is the third Sunday of August. We've got 2 more Sundays in August, actually. And then
There's 2 more?
There's 2 more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So next Sunday is the kit building with Kyle and Sterling and Ape and T.O. And then the following Sunday is going to be our next group meeting for the YouTubers bunch to record some stuff. And then the first Sunday in September is Labor Day weekend. My wife and I are going to be at our house in Galveston. We go down there every Labor Day. It's been rented for the whole summer, so we're really happy about that with all the shutdowns and everything. We weren't sure how much rental time we were going to get this year, but it turned out fine. So, as I've done the last 2 or 3 trips to Galveston, I'm going to take all my stuff. So I thought, okay, what can we do while I'm in Galveston to do a live stream, and I thought that's it. Someone had come along during the QSO Today happy hour live stream that I did, and they had said, I can't remember who this was, but they had said, hey, you guys should do a live stream about your favorite beer, the YouTuber's Bunch favorite beer.
Because we've done live streams with other YouTubers before.
Yes.
And beer's always been secondary.
Right.
And there's always questions of what are you drinking.
Right.
People fall in and out all the time. But it wasn't always the main subject. Like today, we only mentioned what we were drinking at the beginning of the stream.
Right.
And right after we just got another refill, thanks to Jason. I
had to climb under the table.
I wasn't going to mention it. But no, just use that as a main focus point and just have another kind of topic that we're all interested in.
Right. So that's what we're going to do. The Sunday of Labor Day, which is 3 weeks from tonight. You can talk about Marvin the Martian here in a second. I'll let you do that. We're going to get together on Zoom, and I'm going to invite all the YouTubers Bunch guys to join me on this channel on Zoom. We're going to talk about our favorite beer. We're going to do a live stream about nothing. It'll be about beer, but it'll be about nothing. That episode we put up was just a 45-minute YouTubers Bunch episode about nothing. We said we're going to do a Seinfeld thing. We're just going to talk about ham radio for 40, whatever, ham radio. I got a lot of good responses on that. A lot of people came by and said, I love this. This is great. It's like a video rag chew. So that's what we're going to do 3 weeks from tonight, Sunday of Labor Day weekend. I'm going to invite all these guys. Hopefully most of these guys are in town. It is Labor Day, but
Labor Day during a pandemic, we're all sitting at home and doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Great time to drink beer. So
and get on a camera.
We're gonna invite everyone to bring on their favorite beer, and if your favorite beer is Miller Lite, then you can come on and talk about Miller Lite all you want to, Smokin' Ape. That's cool. It's not a problem. It's a bipartisan beer drinking event. So, yeah, it's a bipartisan beer drinking event. So anyway, woo!
So that means we can't make fun of lesser beers that are comparable to water.
No, I don't think I want to do that, because we need to be different. We don't need to do that every stream. But no, we can go with just you know what? We're going to call it a beer drinking event, and we're going to talk about our favorite beer for the first 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're just going to talk about ham radio for an hour and a half. So that's what it's going to be. That's exactly what it's going to be. Who is hitting me up on freaking Discord? Share our Discord link, Frank.
Yes. Wow, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, no, you haven't done that yet.
I was about to bring up Smokin' Ape, latest one. Frank can like the video twice. Yes. Well, also saying that, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe if you like it, hit the notification bell so you get notified if YouTube decides to notify you.
If you've already liked the video and you don't want to like it or you can't, it's not allowing you to like it a second time, you can always donate to the super chat. I'm just saying,
You can also join us on Discord throughout the week and to chat with many other topics, including most notably ham radio, and there's a couple other subtopics like beer and brewing, and there's also helpful channels to get help and also show off my favorite channel, show and tell, show off your current project where it's at or at its completion and to get props from everyone.
K6ARK, I feel your pain, man, but all of that is your fault. You had to post that picture in the Discord. I'm just saying.
I lost something.
Yeah, they're talking about Miller. I brought up Miller Lite, so now we're gonna have to listen to 8 for the last 20 minutes about Miller Lite. So that's why I hadn't done it yet.
Are they talking about the ranch beer brew that they posted on Libations in the HRCC chat?
Skylo with another $3.99 super chat. Thank you much, sir. Appreciate you being out there today. Mr. Fred, $5.
Thank you.
Super chat. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate you being out there too, buddy.
We'll get more beer if we survive the storm.
Fred, text me and let me know what the status on your website is. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I need your shipping address as well. So send me a text later, tonight or tomorrow, something, whenever. So, Plisto put those plastic medals away. Yes, plastic medals. That's a great one, Steve. I like that. That is awesome. Plastic medals. So, emoji medals. That's going to be my next emoji shirt. I'm going to have emoji beer.
Metal beer?
Emoji metal beer. So the greatest. I got to think about that. I don't know. The newest thing, the newest thing about, I was chatting with Mike K at MRD the other night, and we were at POTA.
Yep.
And he's like, I can't hear you. Ham harder. And I'm like, dude, that's hilarious. Ham hard. He's like, ham harder. I can't hear you. It's like I'm sitting on your frequency and I can't hear you. Ham harder. So I got to figure out a way to make that into a T-shirt. I got to figure out a phrase where it makes sense that I can say, QRP, nah, ham harder, something like that. I don't know yet.
Don says beer and pretzels.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh, beer. Ooh.
I like
Maybe.
popcorn. Beer and pretzels go together, but
No.
I'm trying to get a Hoppenstein to get a popcorn machine. Every time I go in there, got that popcorn machine yet?
Yeah. There you go. QRO, ham harder. Yes, that's a great idea. I like that.
That is a good
I like
idea.
that. Hey, if I do that shirt, Dan, let me know. I'll send you one. I'll send you one as a thank you for that idea. A sledgehammer swinging down on a straight key hammer. That's good. I like that too. That's good too. Oh, so I guess Restream started again.
Hey.
Did you see that?
Yep.
Freaking, okay, Restream chat. Let's look at that. Yeah, there it is. Is that doing it or not? Yeah. Oh, there it is right there. Okay.
Don says,
Let's switch
ham
back over to
really
here.
hard. QRP plus 5 over 5 Yagis.
I tell you what, though. QRP, I've said this before, so hopefully you don't mind me saying it again. I took a LNR LD11 down to Costa Rica one time. It was a 5 to 7 watt single sideband and CW rig. Of course, I was doing sideband with it. And I put it on a 40, I connected it to a 2-element Buddy beam, which was an experimental antenna from Buddy Pole that he never released commercially. It was a 2-element 20-meter Buddy beam on a 40-foot tower pointed north, so basically directly toward the United States, on a 5 to 7 watt QRP rig, and that was freaking fun. I'm like, this is how you QRP. So everybody that wants to go up to a mountain in QRP needs to take a 40-foot tower and a 2-element beam with them, and then you can QRP all day long. So,
Yep. David from Conroe. He's studying for his general tests. He's currently K5 DLD.
cool, man. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. So,
Don asks, what's the Discord
what's
link?
the Discord link? It's hamradio2.com/Discord. Franco post it right now, but that's what it is.
There it is.
Yeah. Adam says, the only thing about QRP is that you never know about the contacts you weren't able to make. Very true. Hey, you guys want to see some really awesome SOTA videos, Summits on the Air videos? Go check out K6ARK Portable Radio on YouTube. Pull up his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And put a link in the chat. Yeah, he did that one he did where I don't remember the name of the freaking. I don't remember the name of the one where you did the trout fishing and it was just really scenic up there in the mountains, somewhere in SoCal. That was an aesthetically pleasing video. It was awesome. So yeah,
on his thumbnails.
see some
man.
really see
What
some
is
really
going on there?
I know it. Yeah, we don't
Is
have
he
mountains
boulder
like that
scaling?
in Texas, man. So it was nice. It was nice to watch those last 2 or 3 videos that Adam put up. It's probably more than 2 or 3. Those are the last ones that I've watched, and really scenic, really beautiful, really spacious, and the blue skies and awesome looking backgrounds. If it wasn't California, I'd probably move there, but that's all right. We won't go there. Very pretty, very pretty. We're gonna do some. I think we're gonna do some. I think we're gonna try to do some SOTA upcoming in Oklahoma. Oklahoma's got some beautiful mountains. Mm-hmm. So probably not as pretty as like the Rockies and whatnot, but this is some pretty.
We have a Texas mountain there. It's called Cedar Hill.
Yeah, you know what? That's not really a soda. That's not a soda spot though.
Well, that's the closest.
What we need to do is go down to Big Bend.
Yes.
We need to take a week. We need to take a friggin' week and go down to Big Bend. Take the RV trailer down there. Go down to Big Bend. There's 2 or 3 parks there. We can do some POTA. There's a lot of summits there. We can do at least 1 or 2 sodas. We just need to take like 5 or 6 days and go down to Big Bend and just do a bunch
Don
of crap.
says New Mexico.
New Mexico's good. Oklahoma's only like 3 hours, dude. It takes less time to get to the Arbuckle Wilderness than it does to get to my house in Galveston.
It takes an entire day to get outside of Texas going.
Yeah, New
west.
Mexico's it's 10 hours to Albuquerque. So, and you don't have to go all the way to Albuquerque, but you're still talking about 7-8 hours. So,
he says, I assume there's some soda sites around there. Maybe. It's Texas.
There's soda sites out in towards the Panhandle. There's some down in Hill Country towards Austin.
The Panhandle is 6-7 hours from here?
No, it's not that far. It's like 4 to 5. The closest soda summit to my home QTH is about 2 hours, but it's never been activated before, and I think the reason for that is because it's on private land.
Oh, yeah, you're against that.
In fact, there's 2 or 3 summits in kind of that general area.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, why have these never been activated? I started researching it. I'm like, I think they're on private land. So, anyway, kind of lame that they would put sodas on private land. Oh, look, we got 103 people watching.
No sodas in Florida, Tim says.
In Florida?
Yep.
Have you looked? You might be surprised.
All right, take that back. Not much soda.
Yeah, not much. Well, there's not much in Texas either, quite frankly.
The floor rattled with that
down,
one.
Yeah, it did. Get down to Big Bend. I've been all over Texas. Northeast, south, and west. I've never been to Big Bend.
I haven't
That's
really
one
been
of the few places I've never been.
To the El Paso and the Big Bend, that southwest area.
Well, El Paso's like due west.
Yes.
Big Bend's quite a bit south of there. I've been to El Paso, been to the Panhandle, been to Galveston, Houston, North Padre, Port Aransas, those kind of places. I've never San Angelo. I've never been down to Big Bend. I've never been down to like McAllen and Brownsville, like as far south as you can go. Never been down there. But
been to Padre Island.
Yeah, been to Padre Island once. I think once. But
Tim says they have POTA Islands.
Yes, they do. There's a POTA Island right north of Galveston. There's an island in Galveston Bay that is a state park. Well, actually, it might be a wildlife. It's a wildlife preserve, I think. I think it's a wildlife preserve. But it's a designated POTA spot in an island in Galveston Bay. Yet you can't get to it with a car. Mm-hmm. So I told my dad I was going to borrow his boat and go out there and POTA. So there's Steve. What's up, Steve? Where you been, buddy?
I know. We've been talking about you.
Yeah, we've been
everything.
talking about you and calling you names and all kinds of good stuff. So, RSTO Seho. Great job, Jason. Frank, awesome video about ham radio. Hey, thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate that.
Portable Radio says there are 11 summits in Arkansas around the Ozarks.
That's not too far from here.
That's about 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 to 4 hours.
I haven't looked in that direction. That's a good point. There's some beautiful land. I tell you what, man, if you ever want to see some really pretty scenery, go up into northern Arkansas around Bentonville, which is where Walmart is from. And I know this because back when I was in college, I worked for Walmart, and they sent me up there for a week. Go up to Bentonville, Arkansas during the fall when the leaves are changing colors. Holy cow, it's beautiful up there. It really is. It really is. It's beautiful up there. Hot Springs, yes. Don says Hot Springs. Hot Springs is like an hour from where I was. We went to Hot Springs. Hot Springs area is beautiful.
I did not like Hot Springs.
Oh, see, I did. I mean, there wasn't much to do out there, but it was in the fall. It was when the leaves were changing colors, and all the leaves were
I'm just
yellow,
talking
orange,
about
red.
the Hot Springs National Park. It's one of my least favorites.
I didn't go to National Park.
It is very disappointing.
Call out Don Izzo's live stream with me tomorrow night.
There
Don's
it is.
going to be a nugget. So, do you mean that Don's going to be on your Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow night. We talked about that earlier, dude. This is what you get for being late. This is what you get for meeting staff meetings, buddy. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So Don's going to be on so temporarily offline. We talked about Monday Night Ham Radio at the beginning of the stream. Of course, there wasn't that many people watching right now, so I'm going to say that again. We got 92 watching right now. Monday Night Ham Radio, starting at about 5 p.m., between 5 and 5:30 p.m. every Monday night. I'll do a video, somebody else do a video, somebody else will be, and the schedule changes every week. Tomorrow night, Callum, DX Commander, is going to have the first video. He's going to have a video at 5 Central Time. I have a video at 5:30, which is our POTA activation from one of the videos from POTA last week.
Am I on those videos?
Not that one, you're not, no.
Aww. I wasn't there really much when you were recording.
No.
You did a lot of that during the day when I was working.
But then the night concludes with Steve temporarily offline doing a live stream with a thing that he calls Ham Nuggets, which is an interview of different people in ham radio. I've already been on there, so and I was on there before the Smoke and Ape. I just want to point that out. So
you saying that's where it jumped the shark?
Not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying I was on there before the Smoke and Ape was. That's all I'm going to say. So, but no, it's a Monday Night Ham Radio. It's a fun time. You guys go check it out.
Ham Nuggets is a great anchor to all that. Just finishing all that up. Very interesting.
Steve says, see, I'm getting my live streams mixed up. Fine. I was somewhere before the Smoke and Ape. Oh, that's what it was. I was at 40,000 subscribers before the Smoke and Ape. I totally got that wrong. My bad, guys. Hey, John Micklor, man, thanks for joining us tonight, buddy. Good to see you on the online. Sorry we didn't get to shake hands again in Dayton this year, bud. You guys have a good one. So share that link to the playlist. I'm going to share the link. Yeah, you guys are being buttheads. Steve and Ape are being buttheads.
Gave me the
buttheads to me, but I'm going to share the link to the playlist tomorrow night anyway. So
there is no link to the playlist.
Yeah, there is. He put it in there earlier. Not that one. The next one down. Right there. Right there. That link right there. Yep. Oh, yeah, Steve just put it in there. Okay. He's got admin on my channel, so he can post that. There you go. Oh, boy.
We needed you like 30 minutes ago because I could not find that.
There's no way you have more views than me, Abe. But, yeah, no, these guys, Temporary Offline, Good Game Ham Radio, The Smoking Ape, these guys, we talk through Discord. I talk to these guys every day. We have all become really good friends, and all of these guys are really solid dudes and put out some really great content. And you guys should be checking out all their videos if you haven't already, because they all have some really good stuff to talk about. And you guys, and I don't know, T.O., you weren't here a minute ago, but 3 weeks from tonight on my next live stream, which is the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, so I do the first and third Sunday of every month. I have for all of 2020. We're going to do a Zoom session with the YouTubers bunch to say, what's your favorite beer? So we're going to get on there, talk about beer for 5 or 10 minutes, and just do a show about Nothing Ham Radio for the next hour and a half. So everyone's invited. I'll send more information about that later. But
that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that is going to be. Yeah, Frank can join us, of course. So we're going to be. Go ahead, Frank. I'm going to look up something real quick.
Excuse me. Throughout the week, you go ahead and join us on Discord, and there's the link. And I am going to throw the link to the Ham Radio 2.0 shop, where you can buy awesome T-shirts like the one Jason's wearing, and also like the one I'm wearing.
Yeah, that's right. YouTubers bunch is on there too.
And what else?
That is correct. Let's see.
Temporary Offline came in with all cylinders firing. He is having fun in the chat.
Yeah.
He says he gave up ham radio gave up drinking and smoking for ham radio.
Oh, well, where's the fun in that?
Yeah, you got to combine all your vices together.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That is correct. So, if I go here... Ooh. I do not know.
Is Jason still working
But
there?
anybody have any more DMR questions? We've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. And, let me put your questions in the... And it doesn't have to even be about DMR, really. Be about anything you want to. Put your questions in the chat. Let us know what we can answer for you. Oh, you know what? Something else I was going to ask you guys tonight. What kind of topics would you like to see on a live stream upcoming on this channel?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I was going to ask that earlier, but I'm kind of glad I waited because there's more people watching now. So,
have you guys experimented with DMR Simplex?
Oh, yes, that is fun. If you have, it's fun with an HT. It's much, much, much more fun with a mobile radio and an external antenna, 40-watt mobile radio and external antenna. You will be surprised how far you can get out, dude.
You can get out very far, but how many people are actually listening for a DMR Simplex?
Well, no, you probably when I did it, a buddy of mine, Kent, WA5YXS, we said, hey, let's get on DMR Simplex and test out the range. So it's not really that you're going to find a lot of people out there by just like getting on there and throwing out your call sign or calling CQ or whatever. But if you and your buddy both have mobile stations, get on DMR Simplex and test it. Do that and report back to me what you find, because I think you're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to find that you enjoy it quite a bit. So...
Steve says, temporary offline, says if there are any mountains around his area, he would do a SOTA with DMR.
Yeah, that would be fun. A SOTA with DMR would be really fun.
Portable Ham Radio says he does find that the DMR Simplex is slightly better than normal analog.
Portable Ham Radio, K6ARK?
Yes.
It surprises me that K6ARK has ever actually used DMR. I don't mean that as an insult. I just didn't think that Adam did much with the DMR front. So that's kind of fun. I did not know that. Let's see, there.
Paul says, can you mute Discord?
Right, yeah, that's my computer behind me. So, yeah, I can. Actually.
What channel is that going off on?
I don't know what it is. I've been hearing it the whole freaking time.
Man, we spent like 20 minutes getting that right.
I know it. Yeah. There we go. How's that? Don't look behind the curtain, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, gosh. So, what else? Anybody ask any questions, Frank?
What antenna did you use in Catfish Bay? I don't know who that was directed to.
Oh, that might have been Adam. Yeah.
Jason asks, since I got my technician license, what radio should I be looking at? Depends on your budget.
I have a video about that. Best HT of 2020, best mobile radio of 2020. And even though it's called Best HT and Best Mobile, it's directed towards the new ham and talks about what your first radio should be, in my opinion. So you go watch those two videos and watch other videos from other people on YouTube and form your own opinion. But yeah, I've got a really good video out that shows that. So okay, Ape, you messed me up, dude. You messed me up. So I had to go look that up. You were wrong. So just put it like that.
That's what he's been
yeah,
doing
that's what
for
I'm looking up.
5 minutes.
Yeah, because I looked up all his views, and then I looked up all my views. And first of all, I went back and I'm like, and I must say, Smoking Ape, for being, dude, your channel is only a little bit over a year old. Well, the stats only go back to August of 2019. So that's kind of fun. But you got a really good, you got some good stats for the last year, dude. Seriously. You got some really good stats for the last year. But yeah, your views are about 1/3 of mine. So there you go. But I've been around for 5 years. So that's to be expected. So, and I don't have nearly as many views as Hosh does. So you should take comfort in that. So, yeah, T.O. says, what radio? All of them. Yeah, that's my motto.
Someone asked, was my Discord account going off on HRCC. My computer is muted, so it's not.
No, it's not
me.
him. It was coming from my computer behind us.
Someone asked Echo Link question mark. I lost the context. What was that going on? I'm trying to scroll back here, so give me a second.
Yeah, no doubt, Steve. What's up, Rob? 741's in the house. I'm talking about the one channel, dude. I'm not talking about however many channels you have before. I don't know what you're talking about. 4 million? No, you don't.
Bragging rights.
You have 1.1. I have over 3. I have 3.1. So, but anyway, it would be fun if you had that many. It would actually be kind of fun. Are you talking about views or views? Are you talking about views or watch time? Views or watch time? I guess. Maybe I don't know what you're talking. Maybe I don't understand what you're talking about. So, boom. So yeah, any more questions? You guys feel free.
What simplex frequency to use on 440 and 2 meters for DMR?
So Google that. I don't have them all memorized. There's about 4 different channels on 440 and 2 different simplex ones on 2 meters. And Google that and see what they are. I mean, you know, again, I don't have them memorized, but those are the ones you want to have programmed into your radio when you go to places like Dayton, because there's a lot of people using them at Dayton and Orlando and some of the bigger ham fests. There's a lot of places out there doing that. So,
Dale asks, is TGIF network statewide the same as the real statewide?
No. I don't know what TGIF network statewide. I don't know what statewide networks they have. I don't. The last I looked, it's been a while since I looked at their list of talk groups, and the last I looked at their list of talk groups, they did not have any called statewide. So I guess it kind of depends on what you're talking about. I don't know. Likely not. I mean, because TGIF, I know for a fact, TGIF does not tie to Brandmeister. And Brandmeister went through and duplicated a bunch of statewide talk groups that were already in existence before they came online. So I doubt it. I'll put it like that. I don't know what statewide talk groups TGIF has, but I doubt it. I doubt it.
Larry asks, do people cruise around every day listening for DMR simplex?
I doubt it.
No, normally not.
No, normally not. Mm-mm.
That's more of an analog
Normally
thing
not.
to do. Usually if you're just DMR, you'll set up your repeater or two with your information and then just use that to talk across all the repeaters for that talk group.
Right. Yeah, so I guess it just kind of depends on on which one you do. But I mean, like I said, get together with a friend who has a mobile station, and you guys go out and try to do that together, and that you'd be surprised how far you can get. It's really fun. It's fun to do simplex mobile anyway, just on analog. We've done 223.500, 220 simplex analog, and that's fun. But DMR simplex is incredibly fun as well.
Mostly on simplex, though, I've used it more in convention settings. You put it on a simplex channel in a convention, you will hear everyone talking on that. And it's very common for a convention for people to use simplex frequencies.
Yeah.
Temporary Offline says he thinks the YouTubers bunch need to design the next radio.
I've been trying to do that for a long time.
That's more like designed by committee. You get everything, but nothing done correctly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Firearms classes. Hey, there's an idea. They have Texas statewide.
That'd be a great way.
Okay, they have a Texas statewide talk group on TGIF. No, that is not tied to anything. Because I know that Brandmeister and TGIF don't tie together, and I seriously doubt TGIF is tied to our statewide talk group. I've never heard anyone on our repeater system say they were coming in from TGIF. I'm gonna have to go look that up. I don't believe so. That's a good question. I didn't know they had a statewide talk group. Last I looked at their talk group list, they didn't have one, so that might be something new. Now I'm talking about chainsaw reviews. You got to be talking about Rob's channel. He does reviews. Like I saw the one you did on the pressure washer or the painter, Rob. I think it was a pressure washer. A review on a pressure washer. I think it was. That was funny. That was pretty fun. So let's see. Oh, Steel's way better than Husky, dude. Let me look at that. Okay. All right, so we've dropped down a bit. I think we're going to probably...
Last comment here. Don says 220 is awesome. Best of both worlds of 2 meter and 440.
Cool. No, I don't mean funny as in like a bad thing, Rob. I just mean like... And you've said this before. You're like, my channel's not just about ham radio. So I just think it's funny that I go to your channel and I'm like, ham radio. Oh, there's one on a pressure washer. Oh, okay. Cool. It's always good. Hey, you know, Eric from Ham Radio Concepts, his best video, his most watched video was how to get HD TV for free. And he just basically showed how to put an HD TV antenna in the air. That's it. I mean, it's...
You never know what's going to be a hit.
It's funny. Yes. All right, guys. We're going to shut it down, I think. We've been going for an hour and a half. And now we're just bantering back and forth. But there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with bantering. It's great. Bantering's great.
It's probably still raining outside. I'm still hearing
thunder. It's still thundering for sure. So, yeah. Hey, Ken. Thanks for joining us here late. Had my local net to call into. Okay, good. I can go for 2. Yeah, but Steve, you can go is a relative phrase. I'll put it that way. We've gone for 2.5, 3 hours before, and I'm sure people got tired of it way before we did. Oh,
Zoom time.
Zoom time. Yeah, Zoom time. I don't even have Frank to help. Well,
we can fix that.
Yeah, we can fix that. Yeah, you had Frank on. Y'all couldn't put together a Raspberry Pi, as I understand it.
No, he showed me how to put together a Raspberry Pi and install headless correctly, so it joined my Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
network.
it was the headless thing, right?
It was
That's right. I'm just
how to show Frank to get, or how to show a headless Frank to get Pi, or something like that was the video name. Something
like that, yeah. Yep, yeah. So I could keep going for another hour, guys. I'd sit here and talk about nothing. But I don't think I will. I think that'll do it.
And then we'll need another beer if we go.
Right. Well, that's for sure.
And
okay.
Someone still has to drive home. Not pointing who here.
You live like 7 minutes that way.
It's still getting on a freeway.
You don't have to get on the freeway.
Well, it's the fastest.
It's on the service road, dude. So, all right. Let me switch over here real quick. I would like to thank all of my patrons. Richard Schwartz, Lewis Klein, Robert Bretzman, Randall Hensley, Hawk Bennett, James Dowis, Paul Sweeney, LNX Guy, Bill Brady, David Kettrick, and Mike in Texas, plus Rob Matheson and Michael. Michael didn't want to give his last name. That's okay. Those are 2 of my newest ones. Andy Cowley, Greg Roeder, Mike Adams, Todd Agostini, Robert Lyons, Craig Boyer, Dennis G, Richard Donald, and Oof Radio, Michael Iafroto. I'm sure I'm saying that right. Saying that wrong, rather. So if you go to patreon.com/ham radio, you can sign up for patrons. There's 3 levels, $2 a month, $8.25 a month, and $12.50 a month. The ones who do $8.25 a month or higher get extra stuff like shout-outs on the videos, on the live streams. And also, I created a brand new coupon code that you can get 15% off of anything on shop.hamradio2.com for all patrons. And once I have the website up for a couple more months, that coupon code is going to go to a greater number. So more to come on that later. So thank you for the thank you to the patrons. Gosh, I can't talk. Thank you to the patrons for making this show possible. You guys are hugely supportive of the efforts that we do on this channel, and I really appreciate everyone being out there for that. In addition to that, the newest members of my YouTube channel. So you can click on, right underneath this video, you have a button that says join. You can click join, and there's 3 tiers in there. The newest members of YouTube are John Barrett, however you say that, Richard Ellis, Jim Perry, William Hunston, Larry Lutzak, Greg Scott, Joe Lynch, Ed Sweeney, William Bennett, and Michael Tribble. So both patrons and YouTube members get early access to all my videos. So I have 2 weeks worth of videos posted before they go live. Usually up to 2 weeks worth of videos posted before they go live. The video I posted for POTA tomorrow night, I posted earlier today. I fell behind a little bit last week because I was out of town doing POTA all week. But my first video that will go public tomorrow night at 5:30 Central Time is already up for my patrons and my YouTube members to watch. It's already there. The videos that we'll post on this next Thursday are up there and shared to patrons as well. So I try to keep everything up at least a week, if not 2 weeks in advance, and everyone gets early access to that. You can go in there, you can watch it, you can comment on it, everything you can do after it goes public as well. And then you get the joy of coming into the premiere chat and already knowing what's going on. So so it's all good. So thank you very much to the YouTube members and the patrons both for your great support of this channel. My goal for the rest of 2020 and 2021 and beyond is to grow this channel into the biggest channel that I can do. Okay? I don't really have a goal to be bigger than anyone else necessarily. I just want to do the best effort that I can do. These guys with bigger channels like Dave Kassler and Hashnazi and these guys, they're really great guys, and you got everyone that's listening to me right now should be watching them as well. Okay? I'm not telling you that my channel is better than theirs. Everyone's got to get, and I've said this on the YouTubers bunch of times. Everyone's got to get different perspective on everything. Some people focus on HF. Some people focus on POTA. Some people focus on summits and QRP. Some people focus on DMR, D-Star, digital, whatever. There's a lot of different facets to amateur radio, and you can find many YouTube channels on different areas. A lot of YouTube channels on DMR, a lot on D-Star, a lot on Parks on the Air. I try to do a well-rounded thing. I don't do any CW because I don't know CW fully yet. I've done 1 Summits on the Air video out of the 440-something videos I've posted. So it's a well-rounded world. And my suggestion is to subscribe to everyone. Everyone. I don't care if the person has 10 viewers or the person has 100,000 viewers. If they're putting out content that you enjoy, that you get value from, I suggest subscribing to them. So, 73 guys, thank you for being here tonight. Did you get any people responding to the question about what kind of topics they'd like to see on live streams upcoming?
No, I haven't seen too much about that tonight. Okay. Hit us up in Discord, add us at any channel. We'll definitely look at it.
Send me an email. I'm good on QRZ, kc5hwb@gmail.com. You don't have to link that. Send me an email. Let me know if there's some kind of topic you want to see on a live stream. I like to do these interviews on live streams. I've got 3 interviews lined up without scheduled dates right now interviews people with some kind of something in amateur radio. I'm not going to say who it is right now, but you'll find out soon enough. Just keep subscribing to the channel. So if there's somebody in amateur radio that you think would be a cool interview for, like I interviewed Jordan from JS8 Call. That was a great episode. I interviewed Dave from the Ham Pie Project. Got a lot of really good results on that. Something like that. You guys want to see something specific? I am happy to do whatever you want to do. Whatever you would like to see is what I would like to record and post and have everyone out there doing that and talking about what everybody wants to talk about. Different areas of amateur radio. So,
pressure washers.
Pressure washers. I'll defer to Rob for that. Rob's the pressure washer expert. I'm good with that. So, all right, guys, 73. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you for those patrons and YouTube members who do support the channel. Thanks to those who go to the shop.hamradio2.com and make a purchase over there. That does help support the channel also. We're going to have some new items coming up on that website. I try to keep that website constantly moving. New items, new stuff. Rob 741, I've got his logo. We're going to be putting some t-shirts up for him upcoming, and a couple other guys as well. So 73, everyone, you guys have a good evening. Stay dry if you're in North Texas.
Yes. I'm going to be running to my car shortly.
And everyone have a good one tonight. 73, guys. And I'm going to switch to here. Countdown. There, right there. So it doesn't cut me off.
The Beer Shack.
Okay.